So in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to create a really neat mitered corner on your quilted binding. I am working with my pre-prepared binding strips, which mine is 2 inches. You can work with 2 1/4, you can work with 2 1/2, depending how chunky you want it to be. I like to prepare it by ironing it in half and then ironing one side in quarter. This edge will be so that I can sew it by hand on the reverse, and this is going to be the edge that I'm actually going to sew by the machine. So with your quilt, your top, your wadding, and then your backing as well, you want to line up your binding. Now, I quite like chunky binding, so I'm going to be working at 4/8 of an inch. You can choose whatever you like. So you want to make sure you're using the guideline if you've got it on your machine, or you can always use a different foot that will tell you the guideline, making sure it's straight the whole way along. So line up your fabric. And you want to be sewing along the whole edge, making sure it's straight the whole way. Before you get to the edge of the corner, you want to be able to stop roughly the same distance that you're working on your binding. So again, I'll be stopping roughly 4/8 of an inch before the edge of the fabric. Okay, so I would say that's roughly 4/8 of an inch there, and ideally what I'm going to be doing here is actually rotating my fabric around so that I'm creating a diagonal to go straight to the corner piece of my quilt, and you just want to run straight off the edge. What this does is gives you a really nice tidy finish. So just trim off the excess thread there. Once you're at that corner, you want to actually manipulate the fabric so that it's coming at a 90-degree angle from the edge that you've just done. And you want to make sure you can see roughly underneath my fabric, it's a little bit clearer. You want to make sure you just tease that fabric out of the way so that you're not accidentally overrunning it and messing up your mitre. You're then sewing straight from this edge. Again, I'm going for 4/8 of an inch and going straight down. You can then continue the rest of the way around your quilt, obviously finishing off. So once you have your corner set up like this, you can then peel back the fabric, and it gives you that really, really beautiful diagonal. Now at this point you are able to, because you've already pre-ironed all your folds in place, you can actually manipulate the fabric so it folds around the entire fabric. You can do a similar thing on the other side, folding it and manipulating it so that it gives you a gorgeous mitered edge on that side. You then finish that off with some hand stitching. And that is how you produce a really beautiful mitered edge on your quilt.